Hello everyone, Rosa here. Today I will show you how to make a Kazakh national dish, Beshbarmak. For that, we will need a piece of meat, anywhere from 500 grams to 2 kilograms of meat will do. Get the meat into the water and start your stove on medium-high heat. Meanwhile, take 2-3 large potatoes, peel them and cut them in medium-sized pieces. The quantity of potatoes depends on your love for potatoes. So we put the potatoes in water so they don't brown and leave them till later. By then your meat would start boiling, so we reduce the heat to medium-low, and you also remove any foam that appeared on the surface of the water. While the meat is cooking, we will make our pasta. Take 2 cups of flour, all-purpose plain flour, add a half a teaspoon of salt, then 1 egg, and about a half a cup of water. Start mixing the dough. If it is too sticky, you can add gradually more flour, like I'm doing now. I'm adding about 1/4 of a cup of flour. Incorporate it by kneading, and you should get dough that is soft and nice to touch, but my dough here is still a bit sticky. Then I add another 1/4 of a cup of flour. When the dough is still soft but stops sticking to your hands, it is ready. Divide the dough in 2 pieces. Form them into 2 discs. Slightly flour them and cover them with a bowl and leave aside till we need them. Add salt to your meat. You can add salt in the beginning of your cooking. I do not know why I did not do that. So the amount of salt depends on the amount of water and meat that you're cooking. So I have a fair amount of water and a big chunk of meat, and I'm adding 1 tablespoon. You can add less amount of salt if you're cooking less amount of meat. Generally, a 2 kilogram piece of meat takes about 2 hours of simmering to cook fully, and depending on your piece, it can take less or longer. When the meat is nearly ready, about half an hour before the 2-hour mark, we need to cut the onion. I take about a half of a large onion, peel it and cut it into strips, or you can cut it in rings. Put all the onion in a small bowl, like this. And pour the broth from the meat. You need to cover the onion with the broth. Cover the onion bowl with a plate and put it aside as well. Now it is time to roll our pasta. We take one of our discs and start rolling it with a rolling pin into a thin large circle. The end product should be about 1 to 2 millimeters thin. After you rolled it, let it rest for about 10 to 20 minutes. Now we start cooking our potatoes. What we do is put the potatoes in together with meat and boil on medium heat till they are soft. When they are cooked, it will take about 20 minutes. Take the meat and potatoes out onto separate plates. You cut your pasta sheet into palm-sized pieces. And when the potatoes and meat are out of the broth, increase the heat to medium-high and start cooking pasta. You have to put the pasta sheets one by one into the boiling broth. And make sure that the previous sheet of pasta that you put into the broth is fully immersed into the broth before putting the next sheet of pasta, otherwise they'll stick together and you'll end up with a bit of mess. Boil pasta for about 10 to 12 minutes and get it out on a plate when it's ready. Be careful, it's a bit flimsy, but with a bit of practice you get to it. Now it's time to assemble the beshbarmak. We start by cutting the meat chunk into bite-sized pieces. We arrange the pasta evenly on the plate and top it with meat. Next, we arrange potatoes on top of meat and finish it with our onion. Beshbarmak, by the way, is translated as 5 fingers. That is how you eat it, by hand. This is our simple Kazakh beshbarmak. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more deliciousness on our channel. You can always comment below and ask us any questions that you have. Bon appetit!